Hi everyone, welcome once again. This is Elevate TV, and if you're new here, this particular show is called Spot On. So today I wanted to focus on thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. But what happens when the neighbor goes sideways? What are the red flags that maybe this particular person is not supposed to be thy neighbor? So what better way of doing this than having my friends with me? They'll introduce themselves, starting from my right.
Hey guys, Daniel Itaba here. We'll have an interesting conversation today. Looking forward to it.
Hello, welcome back to Spot On. Thank you for always tuning in. I am Sheila Juma and we'll have an amazing show today.
Yeah, as always, we start with a little thing to shake us off, just to get us in the mood. So for today's game is going to be a game that we have done before. If you want to know it, just go back to our previous shows on YouTube and check it out. So our game today is put a finger down, just like we've done before.
Okay.
So I hope you guys are ready. It's just a bunch of random stuff that I got.
Can I interrupt you briefly? Sheila now has a business for nails, so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Nails as well, you know. And she told me I need to go for a man Ikiwa.
A man Ikiwa.
Oh my
Getty.
goodness. So,
I feel like that meme, that meme of baby fingers and then your friend's fingers.
I will come for the man Ikiwa.
Carry this on.
So let's get on with the game. So your fingers up, almost 10 of them. So never have I ever lost my wallet. Never have I ever lost my wallet. Never have I ever laughed till I almost peed myself.
Hey,
I mean-
you're the last man. And then
Never have I ever broken my phone screen.
everyone.
So sad. That was the saddest day.
Just one phone, how many?
One phone.
Mine.
Have you ever
it's
cracked
one.
more than one?
No, it's more than one.
Mine is more
it's
than
one.
one.
No, it's
More
one.
than one.
And for me, the sad thing is at the point in time, the iPhone screens were a little bit expensive. So you can imagine now cracking it, not just once.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
why
friends
it's...
of mine, I remember that fateful day. Because I had stayed with that phone, it was so nice. I had kept it.
Uh-huh.
And then one day I was in a gas station in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then it just fell on the floor. Like,
Oh my
face
God.
first. I was like, you know, they just start praying.
Yeah. And there's like a moment of silence
so
that reminds you of what
bad,
happened.
It was like slow motion. Like, oh no.
It happens.
Okay, but have you guys ever broken a phone when it's just new? Like it's just new.
God forbid.
That one is very hard for me because
That's
I
even
know.
more painful.
Yeah, because at the point in time,
I remember that one time Nani's phone was broken by Nani.
right?
In which sleepover was that? We were at a friend's sleepover, and
Yeah.
then one of our friends broke our other friend's iPhone.
Oh.
It was super new.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my
But they moved
God.
on, guys. The
And
point is
they
they moved on and they are
Yeah.
good friends.
So the other one, never have I ever stayed up for 3 days straight.
Eh,
Never.
how does that even work, by the way?
By the way.
Me, I don't understand.
Never have I ever
Although-
had. Oh, okay.
Although I may have. Oh, that's
Like for
no,
3
no, no,
days.
2 days.
2 days. What
2
were you
days
doing?
straight. I was flying.
Right.
I was traveling.
Right.
Oh,
Right,
And I
right,
don't
right.
sleep in planes. I don't
Yes.
sleep like the
Transit. In transit.
How are you feeling after that?
the layovers were so
Yeah.
long.
Yes,
so
yes.
like if you add up all my travel hours from the time I left the house to the time I got to Nairobi, it was like 40 hours
Oh my
Wow.
God.
with no sleep.
Wow.
The other one, never have I ever had a conversation with someone famous. I think I have. I have.
So,
Yeah.
so I put a finger down, right?
Yeah, if you have. Never have I ever laughed at a joke, though I didn't think it was funny.
Hey, that one I've done.
I have.
And it's usually that social thing. You don't want,
Yeah, you
especially
don't
you give,
to feel bad.
just like it's like sympathy laughter, and it's usually awkward because your face does not like it. It's just like what am I doing?
It's not funny, but
You force it. It's like, you know, when you go for weddings and then those guys stop. Yeah, hey, stop. The ones who are taking photos for 50 bob.
Yeah.
And they stop and they take a photo of you, so your face doesn't know what to do. It's like, yeah.
never have I ever gotten gum stuck in my hair. I have never.
Yeah, never.
You?
No.
Oh, that would be painful. Never have I ever gone on a camping trip. Never have I ever gone on a camping trip.
I have. And it was a youth.
Yeah.
When I was growing up.
Never have I ever Googled myself. I have.
Oh, I have. You guys also do the same things.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was just weirdos like myself because I just go and
you wanna
search, put
see,
my
like,
name.
what's there.
Yeah.
Me, I found my high school results. I was like, well,
Yeah.
this
For
one
real?
should go.
Where did you get that from?
I googled my full name on the internet. I got all of them, all
Wow.
of them, everything.
So they
but
put
now
them
it's
online?
not there. Yeah,
Wow.
but now it's not there. So
Wow.
don't try.
I'll give you her name. I'll give you her name.
Wait, that's not illegal. Did someone put them there?
Right,
I
I'm
don't know
not
who
Or
one.
had you
Them
posted
there.
them on Facebook?
No, never. How you post your results?
No,
just
I'm like, where the heck would you have found it? Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah,
How?
yeah.
So the other one, never have I ever been to a music festival.
I have.
What does
A music festival,
mean?
like a concert, maybe even. Okay. Never have I ever been in a food fight. I have. In a food fight. Never have I ever been in a food fight.
I'm trying to
Except
remember.
with stinky food.
Because I feel like that was a long time ago, but my folks weren't around, so I'll put one finger down.
Never have I ever walked in my sleep.
I think I have.
What did you do?
I don't know. I was really young.
Ama, you found yourself somewhere like.
Walking in sleep, but how does that even work? I'm trying to
Some
wonder.
people walk.
I know, I even know of an auntie and a few other people who do that. But I'm just like, yo, that's interesting how the mind can actually work and you're still asleep. Wow,
Crazy.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never have I ever dropped my phone in the toilet. I have.
I have.
No,
have.
how does that?
Oh my gosh.
How does that even happen?
I won't even go to the logistics.
Don't even go there.
Never have I ever fallen asleep on public transport.
Never. Not even in a private.
Unfortunately,
Hata ile kidogo like
I have no more fingers
Yeah.
because that is me. That is me. And it usually happens times when, not that even that you have come from a gig or work or something. Maybe it's like a build-up of sleep or sleep habits that have not been like in proper shape. And then all of a sudden you're in the bus, you tell yourself, I'm not going to sleep. As soon as it starts moving. Yeah. Just,
I don't sleep
You're
in
good.
buses or in Max Me. I respect you. Hey, you can be stolen.
and the last one, never have I ever tried to go vegan.
no.
Why?
Why?
Why would I even?
Why would you do
Why
No
would I
offense to
even?
no
I love
vegans,
meat so
but
much.
me, I'm a meat guy. So
that? Me, that is I
I think I'm just too African for that.
Yeah,
Right,
there are days I just
right.
really crave meat. Like I don't want
Yes.
anything. I just want meat.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So if you've gotten just the gist from how I started, today's topic is on friendship. And remember, you can continue having this conversation with us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Subscribe to even watch our previous shows, which was so much fun. So on my first question today, I wanted to know, are you guys like a large circle type of person, or you're a small circle type of person?
I am definitely a small.
Small.
In fact, I don't like group friendships.
Why?
I've just over the years learned that it's less drama. So I have individual, like my circle of friends is very small, and even then they don't know each other.
Oh wow.
I love to keep it that way.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So there's a point in time where you were like a groupie.
Yeah, and I was like, there's so much drama, and then you're not like at the same level with some people maturity wise. So there's all that, oh, she's spending more time with this person. Oh, like I'm just like, man, no.
It's
So
not
I prefer,
right.
yeah, I prefer having a small group of people who are like tight to me, but they don't know each other, or they know of each other, but they're not. Like,
How small
friends.
is small?
Like 3 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How about
Wow.
you?
If I have a group of people around me that I call friends, or
Yeah.
how big, I do.
Like, are you the type of guy with many friends and you can like,
Right.
yeah, all of them?
Unfortunately, friends is a word that has kind of lost its meaning, but because a friend should really be one that does not necessarily, it's not like aloof. You're not like, you don't talk about just small talk. You know what I mean? So if we're talking about deep friends, I have a few who I can call my really, really good friends, and I would say I would even put my friends, like
okay.
not just friends.
Okay.
But I usually try to be, I don't limit friendliness that to just like a small clique, like Sheila is saying. I try to make sure that even if I meet someone the first time, they would want to be my friend, like moving forward. I'm not perfect, but I try to do that. Yeah.
And I think there's a difference between like close friends, because I have many friends.
Yeah.
Like, I have very many friends, but I have very few people who I go to for advice, people who I, you know, talk about very deep stuff, issues of life. That group is very small. But friends, wow.
I think I'm a very small circle person as well. Like it could maybe be 2 people.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those people who love being by myself. I love being alone.
Yes.
And even like, you see those personality tests, every test I take, the introvert part is more than the extrovert part. Like it could be 85%. So,
which is hard to believe. Guys at home will be wondering, why is this chick?
Away from all of this, it's a different world.
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
Yeah,
and it's okay.
Yeah,
so, do you guys, this January I've been seeing, if you don't value me, if you don't bring, I don't know what to my life.
And let me even stop you at there. Especially that's New Year vibe of I'm cutting off all people.
And it's almost every New Year. I'm just waiting for your.
Like, so even memes by was it 30th of December? People memes are just flying and like, okay, if you're supposed to cut me off, just let us know now.
Yeah,
so we can prepare.
Even during COVID, people are like, check on those friends. You see those people who did not check on you.
Yeah.
Cut them off.
Like, and it goes both ways. You see, that's the thing people don't realize, that it goes both ways. So if you're not checking on somebody, you're not validated to put that as your status.
Exactly.
So how about you be the friendly one and go out? Don't care about who's okay. It's true, you need to be filled as you feel people. But don't expect it from everyone. Not everyone will give you that kind of attention or consideration and stuff like that. So it was interesting. Yeah, that COVID
made
season.
Me wonder, do you guys have like a recruitment process? Like in January, do you start with like, I have a list, I have pros and cons. You make me pay every time I go out. You don't call me out. Like, hey, it doesn't even make sense. But I was wondering, do you guys have those things in, you see in particular people and you know this person is going to be in my life for a minute?
Yes.
You have?
Yes. One of my really close friends, we actually just became friends last year. I had known her for a very long time, maybe from like 2015. I had known of her and vice versa. But not until we worked on a project together in 2019. And then when we were just working together, we were like, this lady can be my friend. Like, I think like we could be friends. So then last year we got together and we started meeting, and then one meeting led to another, and then we just started meeting so frequently. The calls became long. Like we just became so close in a short amount of time. And she actually has become one of my closest friends to date, and I know she's going to stick around because not only is she with me because she's my friend, but I know it's God ordained. Yeah, because of the so many other things that we've seen together. We started a business together.
Oh, so I know who you're talking about.
I think I know her face.
That's
okay, but that's good. You know, one thing Sheila said makes sense. Many times you hear the stories of Ati, if you have friends from high school, they're the ones who will stick around the longest. It's true. I have some of them, Sheila being one of them, and a few others, of course, who were there even during my graduation ceremony and all that. But you can also make friends with people who you meet as soon as even today. You know, and and like she's saying, one thing that makes them stand out is that wanakujanga at a time, a specific season in your life. Maybe God knows, hey, we are solo. If they don't have friends to input into them and stuff, and vice versa, they will not survive this season of their life. And it happens like this. I know of a number of friends of mine. Of course, I wouldn't necessarily give their names, but you do not necessarily know them.
Shout out.
You do not necessarily know them for as long as you probably knew some high school friends, like Sheila. But you find that you have a certain spiritual connection with them, and you see eye to eye. Back I'm just like, wait, we've known each other for how long? A few months, and we're like, we're on the same wavelength, you know. So I think it happens when you can actually make friends today at home, make friends and actually keep that going. Just as long as you're like, it's not one of you dragging the other one, and you're not the one who's dragging the other one.
Exactly.
So
So how does, and this one is even a little bit off, how does it work? Because I always hear friendship and money. And money just has a way of destroying friendship. So how does it go for you guys?
Okay, well, first, of course, we are born again. And I know when the Lord prospers us, and He has already begun to do so, and we're thinking. But when the millions start coming in, we know money changes people. You really don't, like, you can't say that you know, I don't know, when I get something, I'll still be, you know, I mean, you never know with people. People will get you, and then money comes, and then people change. But with us, we are born again. We have, not only are we doing it as friends, but we're doing it professionally. So we actually have a contract that is taking care of everything, so that if any one of us are we are sorted and covered under the law. But at the same time, I think just having that, the first motives, the first intentions, if we've been coming together to do business and to make money together, that first motive has to be, it's so crucial. It has to be absolutely correct. You can't just want to make money and then pick a random person. Like, no, it has to be, number one, God ordained. And for us, we literally put God at the center of everything. Literally everything. Like, even we can't take credit of how things have gone so far. We credit everything to the Lord. And of course, we've done our part, we've done our due diligence, we've worked hard so far. But God has been so good. He's guided us. And also, the fact that we're not business women, like, we don't have a background, we are musicians. Like, that's what we do. Like, business is such a new, it's such a new world for us. But the way God is just leading and guiding us and helping us even in our friendship. And also, we've made it priority to prioritize our friendship. Like, like, there's business and then there's friendship. Like, prioritize.
That's
well.
That's pure. That's pure.
When I switch now, brings me to red flags. Is it that every time I hear red flags, I'm just like, that's for romantic relationships? But then there's red flags in friendships as well.
Absolutely.
So do you guys have those red flags you see in someone and you know, this one apana, this one apana? Because for me, I will see some things and I'll be, I know utaboeka. Because I won't go out every time. I'm not that person. Not even just going out for these other things, but just even getting me to sometimes get out of the house. Because I work from home, I study from home. So getting me out sometimes is a problem. And if you're a person who's out and about all the time, we might not work out. So what are the red flags for you guys?
Like, some things that I've seen in someone and then I was just like, but it's not
I was like, it won't work, but nakusalimia.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, one of the things that I've prioritized in everything is making sure that God is involved in all my relationships. Like, if we, like, for me, I don't even think about it when it comes to, I see someone and our values are different. Our wants are different. Like, the way you view things is a bit, is not a, because it's also good to have those varying opinions. But when it comes to things such as values, when it comes to things such as Christianity and your relationship with God, those are things I cannot compromise on. So once I see some things like you drink, like, or smoke, or you cuss a lot, or like, I don't even think of, I just, like, it's a no-brainer. We're not gonna be friends. I'll be nice to you, I'll say hi when I see you, but I'm not gonna let you close to me. Because I want people who, you know, I can be able to share some things and they, you know,
and they understand from
the
exactly.
And also iron sharpens iron. And so one of the things that I've really tried to do in all my relationships is to have God at the center, so that as soon as God is removed from the picture, everything just falls apart naturally. It just, there is a natural death, and that has happened maybe like 2 times with 2 people. Like, when God is just taken out of the picture, like, vitu nasi ati tuna decide we're stopping to be friends. You just notice, like, it's dying.
It just falls.
Just dying.
Which is better.
Which is better. You know what Sheila is saying? I hear a lot of what falls in place, especially in terms of friendship. I know a number of people. Okay, so mine is a little bit, how do I put this? Twisted will not be the right word, but I know there's a core of my friends who must be of a certain standard. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, guys, I mean, and I know we don't even say it. It's like an unspoken code, and of course we would mention it. By the way, what do you think about such situations and stuff like that? And they can actually they're able to hold me accountable. Then I think there's that extra step for me. This is now something I've been learning of late, where I try to befriend people who may seem wayward kidogo. I don't know if that makes sense. People who, of course, it's not bringing them at Sasa, you're my, you know what? It's not like all of a sudden, it's not like, and that can happen. I mean, if God changes them by grace, of course. But what I've been trying to do is to be a little bit like I think it's just been fascinating me how people can, or like how Christ became he was a friend of the tax collectors and wine bibbers, but then not actually taking myself as Daniel, but asking God for wisdom for that. You know what I mean? So I've been trying as much as possible these days. Someone who may necessarily in the estate be known for drinking and stuff like that, or just a friend who may have decided to go this way.
Yeah.
I know it's not the same type of friendship that would probably be like my bro, my brother for life, or something like that, But I feel like I'm learning now, step by step, to take that extra step that was out of my comfort zone. Yeah, just to go and find out. Sometimes even just that consideration for someone in such a situation might be what turns it down. But again, God gives grace to everyone. So you do not do it because Dan is doing so now I have to go and look. Let's begin with this bar. Let's go and look for all the drunk people. You'll end up catching over there. You might join them. Yeah. So so I guess it's just out of wisdom. I'm learning though. So yeah.
Have you guys ever been warned about someone, maybe by your teachers or your parents, and maybe you didn't listen? And it just came back to hurt you in one point or the next?
I've seen movies about that. NEIGHBOUR movies.
NEIGHBOUR.
I don't think I've ever had that kind of situation. Have I? I don't think so.
I have in a way. Like I was warned, like stay away from this person for particular reasons. But I was like, I know this person.
Right.
I know this particular person. But it really came back. It really came back, and I was like, this is who you really are. You really are. Right. I think from then on now, I try to listen. I really try to listen.
For me, I've been disappointed, but not because not in the situation where, someone told me, oh, take care of this person, but because I thought I knew them. And then they turn out to be something else. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, this is what, this is.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think there's sometimes where people might have some insight that you don't.
Yes.
So one thing I've kind of learned as I go is that listen to everybody. I mean, they don't have a right to, okay, if it's your parents or something, they don't have a right. They have a right, of course, they're the ones who are your coaches, but if it's someone else apart from them, they don't necessarily have a right to shift your direction about the person. I mean, that's just, I'm not even just talking about being an adult, you know what I mean? Like, you make opinions for yourself. So as far as someone can tell you they can give you the red flags. So what I've learned for myself is this, that you listen to what everyone has to say, but you don't, wisdom and the Holy Spirit will tell you, maybe this person is probably biased or something like that. But there's just certain times when if they tell you and you see even the slightest hint, it might mean that the person actually has something, or maybe they know something about it. So I've learned, I mean, even while growing up, I respect especially, I mean, my folks' discernment when they tell me, by the way, and growing up, we really didn't have a choice, because when you're under their roof, I mean, you have to listen, otherwise nothing happens. So so growing up, it was really interesting and cool to see that certain times my mom was like, that group of people you're going to play outside with, just resist. For now, I can't explain to you why I'm telling you this, but you guys just hold back. And you find out in the end, actually, you find out that they were probably into smoking weed and stuff like that. So she's just trying to save us that early exposure when you're still growing and your values are still being built and stuff like that. So you kind of I think that kind of gets you into the whole process of now evaluating your friends, because you do not just make any friend anywhere.
Absolutely.
Not to say that those who are smoking weed have no hope. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when they are ready to come and share the same values as I have, then we can make something meaningful out of the friendship. So,
do you think that the group of friends you have can show who you really are?
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you think those people can really tell you who this person in particular is?
Absolutely, because that's what you've allowed into your space. Meaning, if you've allowed reckless behavior, if you've allowed someone who has opposite standards from you completely, then it shows that you are either lukewarm,
or you agree,
or you are maybe that's even you deep down. I mean,
if there's nothing that disturbs you about it,
disturbs you about it, like, for example, like I said, then this has happened more than once, maybe I think twice, where as soon as our values changed, or like our values were no longer the same in terms of Christianity and in terms of our relationship with God, things just started dying off. Like that was a no-brainer, it was given. But there's some, don't forget what you were going to say.
It happened. It happened.
No, there's some situations where, yes. So like, for example, and this is actually something that I did last year, because what you allow into your space shows you who you are. Yeah, what you tolerate shows you, it kind of tells us what your values are. So last year, actually, I got to a place where I was like, if I'm not able to go through my Instagram feed with someone sitting next to me, and I can confidently go, because you know what's on your feed is what you followed.
Right.
It's who you followed, it's who you, whatever. So if I'm not able to go through my feed comfortably with someone else, then I need to unfollow some people. If I'm not able to go through my Insta stories on full blast, or you know, I just let my Insta stories run, full blast volume, comfortably in public, then I need to unfollow some people.
Right.
So I started noticing that, there's some people I'm just, wow. I mean, you know, why do I have to be seeing this right now? So I started unfollowing people. I started muting people's stories because I'm in control of what I allow my eyes to see, what I allow my ears to hear. Yeah. So same thing with friendship. You are in control. It's your life that God has given to you. You have a mandate to make sure that whatever you allow in your space is things that are godly as a Christian. Yeah.
I couldn't say it better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I think that whole thing of space and that using the word space has kind of opened it up, because you determine, I think we're talking about in the last episode about creating environments with your words and all that, but even now in this situation, it's actions. And so, I mean, you know what you carry the light in you. And so if you're going to wake up every morning to your feed now let's even talk about friendship. If you're waking up every morning to be exposed to certain friends and stuff like that, you will get drained at some point in time. And I think that's why I was just like, for me, I know I have friends of mine, I would call them acquaintances, maybe that's the thing, who may be of different value systems. We would still converse a little bit, but I will not have them as close as would have people of the same value system as myself. So I think it's important and true what Sheila said, protecting your space, like knowing that you are a human being who loves to be social, but at the same time you need to grow in your walk with God. So
there's a limit. Yes. So on that strong note of protecting your space, we're now going to go on break. Please do not go anywhere. This conversation is just getting better and better.